Hello everybody, Rose here. Today I'm reacting to Foodie Beauty's community post where she's being a real B to one of her VIB members. But before we get into that, let's have a little discussion about something that happened in her live stream earlier. So in the live stream that I covered where she was raging at people who were basically putting her on the spot for being with Natter. She was going off on people and saying, I can be with whoever I want, and you don't have a right to my private life, and so forth and so on, and telling people, if you don't like what you see here, you can leave. During the latter part of that live stream, she showed the alleged legal letter that she got from the Gatineau police in regards to her case being dismissed. So I would like to share my screen with you guys. I want to show you something interesting. So I'm showing to you guys this on purpose. This is the logo for the Gatineau police. As you can see, it's in full color. The colors are red, gold, and white and blue. And it has the green thing in the middle. I'm showing you guys this for a reason. Because when you get an official letter from, say, the police station regarding something, the logo is usually in color, it has a header, and it has an address. Correct? Yes. So, let me show you this. I give full credit to the person on Twitter. Her name is Brianna. Is it Sang? I'm so sorry if I can't pronounce your name, Brianna, but I give her full credit for posting this. So she says, Chantal's letter from the police versus my letter from the police. Different police, different provinces, but you would expect a bit more of a header and maybe a file number for her case and maybe using her name in the dear portion, which is pretty standard. So here's the letter that Brianna received. As you can see, it's in full color, and there's the seal. You would think that a police station has a seal, an official seal. As you can see, there is an address and phone number and everything beneath it. Here's Chantal's letter that she revealed in the live stream. Y'all see what's wrong with that? So look at this up the top. It's not in color. There's no header. It's in black and white. And you guys just saw the seal. Look, full color. Here's her letter, black and white. Does that look official to you? No, absolutely not. There's no header. There's no seal colors. There's no address, no phone number, nothing. I watched the live stream because I was curious if she would show the whole page. She did not. When she held up this letter, half of it was missing. I don't know why she cut off half. I don't know what was at the bottom half of the letter, but she only showed half of a letter. I also noticed that during this live stream, Foodie took this letter out of a drawer in her kitchen, and then she walked away from the camera like she was doing something to the letter. I think that she was walking off camera to fold the letter to make it look official. And anybody who's ever received anything by mail, then you know if something is folded, such as a letter, like the one she has in her hand, there's going to be a deep, sharp crease where it was folded. Do you guys see a deep, sharp crease? Because I don't see any kind of crease. There should be a deep, sharp crease in the middle, right where her finger is, and there's barely anything. Notice also that the letter is in French. So yes, Chantal does speak French, but I would imagine that when they send a letter to you, that they're going to send it in your primary language. Chantal's primary language is English. She can speak French, but I would imagine they would send it to her in English. So why is it in French? You know what I think? I think that Foodie, she has a printer. She decided to print out her own letter. to make it look official. She went on Google, she found the logo, and she printed it out. That's why the letter is in all black and white. She did it on a printer. It's pretty obvious it was on a printer. The logo is really, really small. Like I said, no header, no address. She just printed up something short and simple and left it at that. One thing you should know, Foodie, falsifying a legal document is not legal. You're committing a no-no by doing that, by trying to falsify a legal document. And by the way, where's the envelope that letter came in? I'd like to know. Where's the envelope? Why didn't you show the envelope? Why didn't you show it? Why only half of a letter? Why did you cut off half the letter? I can understand you don't want anybody to know your court case number, but why cut off half the letter, only show half? Why is the logo in black and white? And it's really small, by the way. That's another thing. That logo is really small. I would think that the logo would be bigger. It would look more official. It would be in color, but there's nothing there. There's nothing there. So if you think you're smart by printing out your own letter, you're not. And for those of you that have seen her other channel, The Beezer Show, I was also just informed by my friend Petty that during one of the episodes of The Beezer Show, Chantal was asking Pete when he was going to put a printer together for her. So she has a printer, and it looks like she put it to use. She printed out her own legal document, thinking it was going to be official looking enough to fool everybody. It didn't. It didn't, Foodie. We're not fooled over here. We're not fooled. That letter looks fake AF. It looks very, very fake. Very, very fake. It looks very sus. There's so many things wrong with it. And I can't think of a single person who would tear up a legal document like that. No, and I also think it's strange that for someone who's been through DV and SA, you're really happy about the charges being dropped. I think that's very strange also. So now that we've established that you lied about the letter, let's move on to the community post. Let's do that. Okay. So the community post that she posted an hour ago, Foodie was going after one of her own members. One of her members posted a comment saying, Chantal, who cares 100% if you are with Natter, I'm out. I've allowed, let's see, what all did she say? Oops. If you are, I've allowed your BS to screw with my mental health long enough. If you want to delete me, do it. I'll save my $5 to put towards therapy. Now, Chantal replies to that saying, LOL, if you need therapy from watching someone, then yes, please don't watch. I'm not responsible for your mental health, FFS. You know, Chantal, you have no idea how your content affects people. With all the DV and SA talk, you have no idea how much that has affected people, how many people you've triggered, how many comments that I've seen on my channel and on your channel in the comments in the past, people saying that because of the things that you were saying and the things that you were doing, they got triggered. They got triggered. People come to your channel to watch entertaining content that hopefully will not trigger them. But you keep bringing up toxic topics because it is just too profitable to not bring them up. You keep bringing them out of the closet over and over and over again. The DV thing, you've brought that out repeatedly. The SA thing, you brought that out repeatedly. Plus you monetize your own problem with food, which if you have a problem with food, you should not be monetizing it and giving it a job. You should seek counseling and therapy to get it under control. But here you are being a complete B to one of your own members because they're fed up with the nonsense. They're fed up with the lies. They're fed up with the BS, and they're not going to take it anymore. So let's go to the comments of that post because I want to hear what the people have to say. Painted Lady Abby says, everyone has seen that person care for you a long time. She's upset and had enough. It's okay to say you're wrong again, just like Cuba, and apologize, or just fake it and laugh at your nasty actions, then promptly give up after 10 minutes. You're a joke. Gabriella says, does that mean all the times you blame Dee Dee and Natter for you being absolutely nuts and filming yourself being a complete freaking fool isn't their responsibility or fault? All of this and what is going to happen after is all on you. Good to know, Chins. Yeah, remember in Cuba, she was saying, oh, they're going to drive me crazy. They're doing this on purpose. She was going off and blaming Dee Dee and Natter for the way she was feeling. But nobody on her channel can say, well, you're acting this way and it's affecting me this way. So I guess rules for me, but not for thee. Is that how it works in Chantal's world? It would seem so. I guess nobody matters to Chantal but Chantal. She can't be bothered how she affects her channel members or her viewers. It's all about, hey, I'm just here to make money, and if you get affected, screw you. Screw you. I hope you VIBs are paying attention. She does not care about you. She doesn't care. She doesn't care about anything except what you have in your wallet. That's all you are. It's just a dollar sign to Chantal. She doesn't acknowledge you as a person with feelings, thoughts, emotions, life experiences. She could care less. You are less than human to her. You are all just, and I hate to say it this way, you're all just pay pigs. You know, she comes to you with her hand out and you keep handing her money. You are enablers. Yes, you are. You would just be members if she wasn't an addict and had several addictions going on. But because she does, you crossed over into that territory of being enablers. And I'm sorry you don't like hearing that, but it's true. If you're someone and you give an addict money while they have addictions, what are you but enablers? I don't care if you like the addict. They are still an addict and their addictions are still dangerous. They are still life-threatening. Do you understand that? Do you? Do you? Are you getting it now? Is it sinking in? When you're someone on YouTube and you are actively funding an addict, knowing full well what their addictions are, whether it's to food or snow, Coca-Cola, edibles, and you give them money, you cross the line from channel member, where if you're just a member, you're supporting the content, to enabler, where you're supporting an addict and their addictions. It's a ugly truth, but it is the truth. And I'm giving it to you for free. Unlike Chantal, I don't lie. I'm not steering you wrong here. I'm not lying to you. That's what the truth is. So if you don't like the fact that you're an enabler, really think about, should you enable an addict in their addictions, knowing what that's leading to. Halloweeny Madusi says, just admit that you're with him and people wouldn't care as much. You love to try to manipulate and lie to everyone to keep the attention on you, but people are tired. Either you exaggerated about everything that happened and he's not an abuser like you said, and you can admit that, or he did all those things to you and you keep willingly going back as a consenting participant while still lying about it. You know, the way things are now, there's no winning with Chantal. There's no winning corner that she can go into. If she comes forward to the audience and she admits that 99.999% of things that she said were lies, that's horrible. That's deplorable. All that time that she lied about the DV and the SA, exploiting those things for money, exploiting her members for money, using those angles, it's deplorable, it's inhuman, it's monstrous. If she says, oh, they happened, but I'm still seeing him, then people are going to look at her sideways like, what's wrong with you? I mean, they already look at her that way, but even more so. Even more so. There's no winning corner that she can go into, that she can pull herself out of, and people will say, I forgive you, let's move on. She's lied too much, and with every lie she tells, she has to tell more lies to keep the first lie going. She is a liar. Everything that she says is a lie. I mean, like I came up with my own sad but true joke about Chantal. Why does Foodie Beauty come on camera and stuff her face full of food? Answer, because it prevents her from putting her foot in her mouth. Sad but true. As long as she's stuffing her face, it stops her from talking and putting her foot in her mouth and getting caught in a lie. That's why she eats so much on camera, not just because she's got a problem with food, but the less she talks, the better, because when she talks, she gets herself into trouble. As far as her and Natter being together, I want them to be together. I want them to get married and go live together. And I want her to live stream every minute of it, because that will be fantastic content for me as a creator. Oh, the fireworks that would happen in that house. It'd be 1,000 times better than watching her stuff her face full of food and get stoned. Oh, I would live for that. Let those two live together. Let them get married. I support the idea. Let those two evil, soulless monsters have each other. In regards to her rage today, y'all want my opinion about what that was all about? Here's my take. I think that Chantal packed her bag and went over to go see Natter. And she did say she was going to do some OnlyFans content while she was out. I think she went over to see Natter, and she did that cooking video for him, and she edited it. Whether she meant to leave those Easter eggs and those breadcrumbs in the video for us, I don't know. It would seem so, because there were just too many of them. But she left it in. We caught her. We caught her in the grill knobs. We caught the motel sign. She left all that stuff in because whether Chantal wants to admit it or not, that's her way of claiming her man. She's a vindictive, jealous, insecure person, and she wants everybody to know that that's her man. So she purposely leaves those Easter eggs in the video so that we know that she's with him. That's her way of trying to claim him without claiming him outright by name. So she did that. And then I'm pretty sure word got back around to Natter. He found out, because how could he not? It's all over the place. It's on Twitter. It's on YouTube. I'm sure somebody reached out to him on Facebook Messenger. He found out. They had a big old fight and sent her home early. And that's why she's cranky, because she planned on spending 2 days with Natter. Maybe she's cranky because she planned on doing OnlyFans stuff with him, and because he sent her home early, no green peen for her. But her plans did not go as she planned, so she's taking it out on everybody else. I think that was the reason behind her rage. The fact that everybody called her out, and it got in the way of her plans with Natter. But yeah, let those two be together. I want it. I want it to happen. I support you, Chantal. If you want to be married to him, please do. That would keep you two idiots away from other people that are decent. Summer Flower says, Chantal, I know you never think of anyone but yourself, but there are people watching you who are actually victims of DV and SA. Seeing someone like you make a complete mockery of such serious topic is distressing to any decent person, but even more so to someone who really lives it and literally fears for their life. Stop taking your anger about him on people who have unconditionally supported you for years. Keep your private life private and just start providing content and grow up. By the way, nobody cares who you're with. It's the constant lying that people are sick of. It shows you have zero respect for them. Yes, I agree. If she wants to be with Natter, do it, Chantal. Please do. I give my support. A lot of people give their support. Please be with him. Please come out and say it. Make him come out and say it. Be with this man. We're just sick of the lying. The more you lie to us, the more that we know that you lie, then we're going to do some digging and investigating and expose your lies. That's just how it is. Haven't you figured that out by now? You lied. The reactors are going to catch you. Kiwi Farms is going to catch you. We're going to expose the truth just because it's not going to come from you, and we know it. That letter you tried to show everybody, girl, that thing was fake. You know it's fake. A black and white legal letter with no header, no address, no color, cut in half in French. Are you serious? No deep creases for where it was folded? Come on now. Really? And that letter was dated on the 29th, which means you've been holding on to that letter allegedly for 2 weeks. So this dismissal of charges, you've known that about that for 2 weeks and you still wouldn't open your mouth. So either way you go, you're screwed. You look bad. You're in a corner and there's no way out except for one way, and that's to tell the truth. That's the only thing that's going to save you halfway is the truth. If you sat down on your channel and told everybody the truth and stop all that habitual lying that you do. I know you get a kick out of it, but guess what? It's not cute. You're not that great of a liar. You're not. You're not as clever as you think you are. You think you're smart? We're smarter. Whatever lie you tell us, we're going to dig and we're going to find where the truth is. Because like I said, we can't get the truth from you. That's pretty obvious. LJ says, you always get what you deserve. Right, Chantal? You get what you are going through, every bit of it. Yep. Yep. And going back to Summer Flowers, I do think it's, as far as her talking about the DV and SA, I think it's a slap in the face. She's spitting in the faces of anybody who's been through it, who's been through that kind of trauma, and maybe mentally, emotionally, they're still going through it. They carry the scars. And in my opinion, when Chantal comes online and she starts talking about the DV SA business, what she's doing, y'all, is she is walking up to every single person who's been through that. And she's taking a virtual knife and scraping at the scars of those who've been through it and opening them up and making them bleed again. Not taking a knife and doing literally, but just on camera, saying things, doing things to trigger people. She is profiting off of the suffering and the bad memories of those who've gone through that trauma, just profiting off of other people's pain, suffering, and scars, and using toxic topics and trauma to bond with the audience, to get sympathy from them, to make them feel like, oh, I've been through it too. So I have something in common with Foodie Beauty, and I've been through it, and I know how horrible it is. Here, let me send a super chat. That's why she did it, because she knows what a hot button it is with people, and profiting off that hot button. She knows it's so profitable that she keeps reaching for it. She just won't leave those hot buttons alone. And she needs to, because it's wrong. It's just fucking wrong. Hilip says, you have parasited off of many wonderful women who rallied around you in sisterhood, listened to you, and gave you money. You have presented your going to the police as a gesture for the other victims too. Meanwhile, you were just a doormat all along, desperate for a low-value man. You guys that are on my channel, you know that I've been calling Chantal out. I told y'all, I thought that whole visit to the police, it was bullshit. I called it. I kept calling it. Am I wrong? No, because we never saw her going to a police station. We never saw her talk to a police officer. No, we didn't. She left the car for a little bit and then came back. We don't know what happened after she left. But here she is with a unofficial police letter. Yeah, try to sell me a bridge for like 2 cents, Foodie. Yeah, that's basically how phony your letter looks. But Oh, I'm so mad right now. Give me a second. But you're right, Hill. She has parasited off of her VIBs. She's parasited off of any pain, any agony, any trauma that she could think of. There's nothing new this woman can bring to the table. She hit the ceiling long ago, and that's why she keeps going back to the whole natter thing, because she knows that's profitable too. And she's trying to keep attention, not just on her channel, but his as well. Because without her presence, Natter's channel suffers. So let's just keep talking about Natter. That way everybody might be going over to Natter's channel and giving him views and super chats. She's trying to help her man by keeping this drama going. That's what's up. That is what's up. I can't pronounce his name, says, LMAO, it's going to be Ashley, plain cheeseburger, and creepy-ass Sofa King left watching Chantal. Natter and Dee eat and ask them what they should talk about. Sounds like fun. I hope it does go that way. I hope it's just like 3 VIBzers. But this is the thing. Whenever Chantal doesn't have enough people in the room, she leaves. She's like, where is everybody? She complains when she doesn't have enough people in a room. And yet this idiot, Foodie Beauty, she complains about not having enough people in her chat, but yet she turns around and she blocks and bans people. Make it make sense. She wants enough people in the room, but yet those that are VIBzers, I'm going to get mad and block these people. I don't even care. If you don't like it, don't watch. Yeah, so she'll go on a blocking spree, and then when the money gets low, she'll unblock everybody, and then those idiots that are VIBs, instead of staying away, they come right back. You know, it's just a toxic mess over there. Lolo says, that's not fair. Take a step back and realize who you really are mad at. Don't crap all over the people who have supported you. Not everyone can stomach you ruining your life for him. If you are on Chantal's channel, whether you're a viewer or a VIB, you're not allowed to have an opposing thought or opinion, or if you do, you're not allowed to express yourself that way. All that Chantal wants you to do is watch her videos so she gets the Google AdSense money, join up as a VIB so she gets the $5, and listen to her trauma dump all over you night in, night out without complaint. If she sits there and she wants to binge out on food, you're not supposed to say anything. If she gets high on edibles to the point where she can't even talk, you're not allowed to say anything. If she goes to see Natter, you're not allowed to say anything. She wants only positive comments and opinions. She wants that one-sided hug box and the side that's in her favor, not out of her favor. That's just the way it is. You pay your $5, but you are not allowed to have a true, honest opinion that you can express. You got to be a bunch of yes men that pay her. Yes, Chantal. Yes, you're right, Chantal. You go ahead, Chantal. Eat another paneer, Chantal. Oh, your room doesn't look that bad, Chantal, even though it's a mess. It's okay. It's okay if you gain another 50 pounds. It's all right, even though you can barely breathe. That's what she wants to hear. She doesn't want criticism of any kind. She doesn't want advice about her health, about her life. She doesn't want it because she wants to maintain this delusion and illusion of everything is fine. That's why she stares into her camera 6 to 8 hours a day, because as long as she looks at herself in that magic mirror, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the most famous influencer on YouTube of all? Well, it's you, Chantal. It's you, Foodie Beauty. You're someone. That's what she wants to maintain, and nobody is allowed to put cracks in that mirror. Y'all understand? That's the world that Chantal lives in, not the reality world. Michaela Magdalena says, okay, remember when you just said this person, and remember it well when you claim the next time during an insane stream like the Cuba Rage that Didi and Natter made you crazy and effed up your mental health. Yeah, she said that in Cuba. Oh, they're doing this to me and they're messing with my head. But they're not there. So how can they mess with your head? I mean, they weren't physically there. How could they do that? Oh, so they can mess with your head, but nobody else's mental health is your issue? Well, okay. Gina Dodson says she just doesn't get the fact that she has disrespected every victim out there with her back and forth BS. Women who have been abused and believed her stories in the beginning and really felt for her probably feel like they've been slapped in the face at this point. That's why people have been affected so much and are done with her. It's been a year of nothing but lies. Great comment, Gina. And you're right. Those of us that have been through the actual trauma, it's a slap in the face. She's spitting in the faces of anyone who's been through DV and SA, anybody. It it's disgusting. Vile. That's the word I'm looking for. Vile. It's beyond vile. It's poisonously vile. But she doesn't feel any shame. When it comes to remorse and regret, she has none. You know, the blackness in her soul, it has no bottom. It's an endless abyss in there. Soundboard says, Tamjo's problem is that she believes what you say. Everyone else calls you a liar, but you choose her to rip on. Remember how humble you were for those first 5 minutes when you got your channel back? Long gone. Yeah, I remember Chantal begging to get her channel back. Oh, if I get my channel back, I promise I'll do better and I'll do content for you guys and no more edibles and I'll be better. Yeah, she said that. And then she got her channel back and she was worse than ever. She was on an ego trip. Like, haha, I got my channel back. You know, I'm invincible. Are you? Are you invincible, Chantal? Just because you have a channel doesn't mean it's going to be profitable. And the way you're treating people, it's going to be less profitable. I would like to see your face in 2 weeks when you get your YouTube check. And I really want to see your face the month after that when you get your next one. It's going to be lovely. I predict a lot of raging because you keep losing money. Considering the fact that you're supporting yourself, Pete's, Natter, Dee Dee, the cats, girl, you're not going to have much money left to do anything. Say bye-bye to Starbucks. Say bye-bye to all those wheelchair edibles, girl. You're about to go on a big budget. No more endless spending on Amazon or Torrid. Hard times are coming and I can't wait. Don Schultz says, Chantal, if you had an outside job, you do not owe your boss what he pays you for. You have made this channel what it is. You have shown these people what to expect. Therefore, you do owe them because they pay your salary. Where would you be without the audience paying you? You can't change the job description after creating the job. I've been saying that. You know, Chantal likes to come off all high and mighty, but she doesn't have any other income. She doesn't. No other job. She has nothing in savings, no investments. She doesn't own her own car. She's still paying on her car. How ridiculous is that? The money that she's been making on YouTube, and she's still making car payments. She's thousands of dollars in back payments for her taxes. Her car's falling apart. Her life is falling apart. Imagine being someone you make 10, 20, 30 grand a month on YouTube and you're living like that. Make it make sense. That's how stupid she is with money. It just burns a hole in her pocket. But you're right, Dawn. She's arrogant to the people that she expects to pay her bills, her rent, Natter's bills. Those are the same people that pay for all those trips to Adonis and Farm Boy. Those are the same people that pay for all the edibles that she gobbles down like Tic Tacs. Those are the same people that buy all her green, all that takeout. Imagine being gifted with all these things and being arrogant at the same time. Keep going, Chantal. You'll get less support and, you know, you'll be shopping at the dollar store soon. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Hey, dollar store shopping is smart, but you're used to a certain lifestyle. Your lifestyle is about to change. On Kill says, if you're not responsible for how others feel, don't be mad when skinny people fat shame you on planes. Get over it. You know, I'm not with that fat shaming stuff, but Chantal, you shame people over so much. You've got this hatred for people who are elderly. You have shamed people who are disabled. Uh, you don't like other women, anything female, you've got a hatred for. It's interesting that you don't want to be shamed for your size. You're all against shaming, but yet you do plenty of it on your own for many other things. You know, like, don't shame me, but I'm allowed to shame other people for other things. Call Me Kay says, I can't believe people are pathetic enough to pay someone to talk to them like that. I said it in my react that I just finished up with today. What are the VIBs paying for exactly? What does that $5 cover? You're paying a $5 cover charge in the Club Chantal for what? You're walking in the club and there's no entertainment in the club. You're basically walking into an empty room with no chairs, just Chantal sitting at a table, sitting at a chair by herself, eating food. And you're supposed to get in the club, pay your cover charge for what? To watch her eat and to complain and berate you? Is that what Club Chantal's all about? It doesn't sound like a good club. There's all kinds of other clubs you can go to where you'll be happy to show up and you'll be happy to come back. V says, and your viewers aren't responsible for being there when you trauma dump on them. If you didn't want people so invested or for them to hate Natter so much, maybe you should have kept this all offline. Yes, yes to that all day long. Chantal created this. She started the narrative about Natter, telling us about meeting him, telling us about spending time with him, all the things that he did to her. She talked about in detail, making everybody concerned, showing off the bruises, telling people, oh, I need a security cameras for my house, and maybe I need to change the locks, and maybe I need a safe word. Shut up, Chantal. Seriously, shut up. You got people so concerned for you, so afraid for you, that I'm sure it affected a lot of people, just being scared for your welfare. And then you're going to take it all back and we're just supposed to forget about it? No, that's not how it works. Once you create that narrative, once you put all that on the table, it stays on the table and it doesn't get removed. You may want to take your arm and push it away and clear the space and say, well, if I don't see it, it doesn't exist. It's not how it works. The only reason why you're wanting us to forget about all that stuff is because desperately you want to bring Natter on your channel at some point. And that's a fact. You want to bring him on. You want to be part of his live streams. You want to be able to go to Montreal and be part of his kitchen streams and not be behind the scenes. You want to be there by his side because you want to show people this is my man and we're together. And because you created that poisonous, toxic narrative, you can't. And that pisses you off to no end. You want to be there side by side with him. Well, I got news for you, Chantal Marie, Foodie Beauty. It don't matter how much money you got. It doesn't matter if you move away from Pete's and the cats. He still doesn't want you. He doesn't love you. He's not in love with you. It's been several months and he still won't claim you, you big dummy. He's using you for your money. If you weren't making that YouTube money, he will be done with you. And if you were smart, if you want to keep Natter around, you would be working your butt off on your channel to make more money, because the less money you make, the less he wants to see you, the less he's gonna see you, until you reach that point where you got almost no money, and then he's gonna cut you off completely and go to somebody else. Your channel's taken and you couldn't care less. And you don't seem to understand that is the only artery that you share with Natter. And once there's no more blood left in it, he will cut it and be done with you. Get it through your head. He wants your money. That's it. He spends time with Dee Dee. She don't have to pay him to spend time with her. You got to pay because that's how much he hates you. That's how much he can't stand you. It's all about the money with him and what you can buy. Several months of you trying to get control of him and it still hasn't worked. When are you going to realize you've already lost the game? The only reason why you keep playing is because you don't want to admit total defeat. And so your ego couldn't take total defeat. So you keep playing just to keep from saying, I've lost and I got to move on. Luna Fairy says, so the court dropped its case against Natter. The Natter drops you. Played. Love that for you. As I said, I don't think there ever was a court case. That letter looked fake. It looked phony. I don't think there is a case. I really don't. But I've been saying that for a while. It was fake. It was staged as a profit arc. And she played it to the fullest. She played it as long as she could until like the 11th hour when she had to make up something to kind of bring it to a close. There was never a case. Baby Blue says, just more proof that she doesn't care about the people who financially support her. You people are insane to pay for this woman's lifestyle. Yeah, I question the VIBs. What exactly are they paying for? What are they paying for? To be abused, to be yelled at, to be mistreated, to be dominated by her? What are they getting for their $5? What good are they getting? She's not that entertaining. Moonlit Honey says, please don't watch. At the rate your channel is tanking, I'm sure people are taking your advice. You know what? I hope they do. I really hope they do. Candy Cane says, didn't you say watching Natter and Dee Dee makes you crazy, that it made you need mental help? Didn't Natter cause your mental problems? You blamed him, your VIBs, and Dee Dee. You said they all made you crazy. Well, that's Chantal pointing the finger at other people rather than herself. All the pain and suffering that she's going through, it's all self-inflicted. But of course, she loves being the victim, because if you're a victim of some kind, that means your pain is somebody else's fault. She will never have that moment where she says, it's my fault, I did this, and I got to take full responsibility and accountability. Responsibility and accountability are two things that Chantal just doesn't really have. Oh, here's a good one. Pixie says, also, I'm not responsible for your mental health. Sounds very familiar. Oh, because you also said this about Pete's, your best friend. So she said about Pete's. She's not responsible for his mental health. And yet you take the guy's meds, don't you? You've taken Pete's meds, which you shouldn't be doing, Foodie. Leave the guy's meds alone. The Clap and Hep B says, I love all the finely worded comments, but guys, it's time to just stop. You cannot preach a narcissist into feeling genuine emotions. She doesn't care that viewers are affected. She doesn't care who she harms. The arrogance and contempt shows you who she is. If you're a channel member, end it. She's on a fast downward trajectory. We're at the $55 a night motel status. She doesn't know how to be anything but self-destructive. Let it happen. This is her karma that has to play out. Yeah, remember back the last time that she and Natter went off together? Where did she stay, y'all? She stayed at a nice hotel, like a $200 a night motel in Montreal. You know, the ones with the hotel room with the glass walls and all of that. So how the mighty have fallen. From a nice hotel room to a $55 a night motel on the roadside. Oh, yeah, that should tell you where her finances are. Let's see. Chugi Cold Brew says, an image of him dancing around in your 10-size clothes with pillows to represent your body should be burned into your brain. No self-respecting person would put up with that. Chantal would. She's a glutton for punishment. Philly's fan said, this is repulsive. You say these things about someone who was so invested in your well-being and cared so much. She experienced trauma. Watching the entertaining train wreck is not worth supporting you anymore. Wow. Edit. and sent you money for a new CPAP when your boyfriend stole yours. What? Hold on. So this person that she is putting down a community post sent her money for a new CPAP? Oh, Chantal. Oh, you horrible beast. So Chantal was complaining about her CPAP being broken, and this person sent her money, and here you are putting her down for that? Kind of sounds familiar though, because when Veganista sent money to her to take the cats to the vet, she got spit on too. She said, once you send me money in a super chat, it's mine. I'm free to do what I want with it. VIBs, do you see how ungrateful she is for real? This is what you get for your love, your support, your money. This is what you get. No Names here says, really? You're going to attack Tamjo, who I think is a doggone fool, but she's always supported you and had your back. And absolutely, your abusive content affects people's mental health as they live through the abuse cycle constantly due to your content. You absolutely are responsible for that. There's thousands of articles outlining how the media you consume negatively affects your mind and life. You aren't special. You're exactly who those articles are referring to. You owe Tamjo an apology. Well, don't expect her to give Tamjo an apology. And even if she gave an apology, would it be sincere? Would it be from the heart? To do a apology from the heart, first you have to have one. And Foodie doesn't have a heart for anybody but her doggone self. Oh, and Natter. Let's see. Flora says, P.S. She can sue you if she has a good enough attorney to prove it. And you've left a long history of knowing you're doing damaging things to people and not caring, telling them to stay mad. I wait for the right one does sue the crap out of you. You never know what'll happen to Chantal. Siri Koo says, conditional caring towards your VIBs is really mature. Instead of looking at yourself and your actions, which would take effort and most likely cause emotional pain, you can easily and simply refuse to reflect in any way and instead project your anger towards those who try to support you. Emotional laziness? Possibly. Let's see. Oh, Fluffy Bunny says, did he get angry because you let everyone know you were there again in his vid? Love that for you. I think that's what happened. She's supposed to be there for 2 days, and they had a fight, most likely because word got back around that, she was in the video and she got caught. He blew up at her, and so he went home and she's mad because maybe she didn't get the green peen like she wanted. Disrespectful piece of shrimp says, just waiting for the day your VIBs take your advice and everyone unsubs. Would love that for you, girl. I'm waiting for that to happen. When she wakes up one day, she turns on her chat and there's maybe 10, 15 people and she freaks all the way out. But the way she's treating people, it won't be because the reactors. It won't be because of us reacting to her videos or sniping, as she calls it. It's going to be because of the things she's saying to people. She's in control of her channel. She's in control of her content. When that day comes, not if, but when, because it's coming, it's going to be a big shock to her. Keemster says, wasn't Tamjo someone who gave Chantal money? Then a refund was promised, but Chantal gave her the, oh, I will, but never actually does treatment. Oh, yeah, no, they're talking about vegan for life. Tamjo, oh, here we go. Tamjo says, I've defended you and taken so much crap for it, never again. You know what, Tamjo? I hope that you stick to that, because there's a lot of VIBzers that they've said, I'm out of here. I'm out. I'm not coming back. And that they end up coming back. Annie P left repeatedly and came back repeatedly. Now Austin Beezer is saying that he's done with Chantal, but all of us that are reactors are predicting that he'll be back. So the big question is, those of you that are leaving, are you going to stay gone or are you going to come back after a while to your queen? Florida Born says, why are you mocking your subscribers? I mean, don't get me wrong. Anyone willing to give you $5 a month has serious problems, but girl, you need these people. They pay yours and Koki's rent. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. You'll be crying to them again soon enough when he mistreats you. Hey, like I said, the people that go to her channel, they are funding this crap. She needs them. She has no other money. She's biting the hands that feed her. She's spitting on them, but they keep coming back for it. You know, the VIBs have yet to really take a stand and stick to their word. They just keep going back for more punishment. And that's what she banks on, the fact that they're too weak or too stupid to stay away. Listen, if you're a VIB and you want to watch Chantal, you want to have an opinion about Chantal, there are reaction channels. They're all different people. They got different styles. Find one. Find one and be part of the crowd and enjoy yourself. Silk says, so since the case was dropped, this just proves he was right and you were lying. I can't wait to see what you come up with the next time he does you wrong, according to you. Report him again, maybe. I don't think she can do that, though. If she reported him once and it allegedly got dropped, her trying to do it again is going to look suspicious. But again, I don't think there was an actual case. I really don't think so. I think it was all just a bunch of bunk to make money. Oh, here we go. Rosewater says Chantal's night of what she thought would be sweet love, and I'm so happy you dropped the charges, turned into him drunk and raging at how stupid she was to video the hotel sign after he had said he was at a friend's house barbecue. He wanted to do that tour for his channel. I wonder if she was so pissed that she left him there. She chooses to live in a fantasy world believing Dee Dee and Natter are not screwing. They have been since day one. What friend would get so mad and call his cell hysterical while he was on the way to hotel with Chantal? I hope Natter does not get a dog because we know there is not a thing you would not do for him. You, oh, ew, you ate. I'm not going to read that part. That's just sexual. We're gonna leave that there. But addressing the first part of that comment, like I said, I think that she's supposed to be there for an extra day. He found out what she did. He got mad and sent her home. So that's why she's cranky and nasty to everybody. Sober Katover says, is this the part where you rage and crap on your VIBs because you feel foolish for being used? Pretty makeup, nice cuts of meat, paid for the motel room, and all you were was a doorknob. Nav says you painted yourself into a corner in front of a lot of people and feel emboldened to behave recklessly to try and save face. You see it all the time with young kids who are embarrassed. Problem is you're 38 and on the internet. Like I said, she put herself in a very small corner and she's been shoving herself there for months. And now she's at the point where she's got two walls against her back and there's nowhere else to go. There's no way out of that corner except for one way, and that's the truth. And out of all the things that we've seen of Chantal, of all the things she's given us, that's the one thing that she holds away from the audience is the truth. She's shared her STDs, she showed her fupa, she's shown her body, she's told us about this and that. But the one thing she just won't give us is the truth. And that's the only thing that we're asking for, Chantal. The only thing. The only thing. Let's see. Ready, set, fupa for Breeze. Oh, I love it. Re- Ready, set, fupa for Breeze, ricotta cheese. That's from Gary Unfiltered. I love this comment already. Not even reading it. Uh, Ready, set, fupa for Breeze, ricotta cheese says, why did you call her out publicly like this? That is messed up. You talk about your bullies on here on YouTube, yet you're being what you speak out against. Shaking my head. Wow. Linda says, you should be sued, Chantal. You've stolen money from people by trauma dumping about a bunch of lies that hurt a lot of people. I don't think she can be sued for it, but I think people should hold her accountable for it. The fact that she has used those subjects for money, profiting off of SADV, those are hot buttons, those are triggering topics, you know, doing the drugs on camera, triggering people that way, talking about recovery when she never stopped doing chemicals, making a mockery of recovery, making a mockery of those who have EDs. I mean, like I said, she's covered all the bases as far as triggering things to connect with her audience and to trigger her audience into giving her money. And she has absolutely no shame about that. Baker's girl says, you're not responsible for anything ever. Anyone that doesn't see that by now probably should seek therapy. Yeah, responsibility and accountability, Chantal, we don't know her. Responsibility who? Accountability what? Fibronasi fan says, Chantal, this AM Natter saw that you messed up his video on purpose again. Read his brutal comment section and then laid into you for making a butt out of him. We all know it, you know it. Debbie wins again. Oh, so his comment section was roasting him and he found out. Told you. Told you. He found out that you can't just be secretive, Chantal. People are going to tell on you. People are going to tell on you. Rachel Hayes says she will be crying for you to come back. 1-star Beezing. Do you feel manipulated yet? Yeah, keep in mind that comment that Chantal said in Cuba. I'm going to manipulate the F out of you and then come back sweet as pie and you're going to eat it up. She said that in Cuba. And she wasn't joking when she said that. She was dead serious. Let's see. Hammond is a new black says, eat a wheelchair, spill the tea, and calm the F down, Aunt Janet. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, why people saying, why are they paying her money? Nina Palmieri says, first Annie P, now Tamjo. Gail, you got next. Tread lightly. Yeah, her and Natter seem to have a nasty habit of turning on people and trying to embarrass people that are their mods or their VIBs. It's really disgusting, just abusing people on their channel that once upon a time helped them. There's so many comments here. Illegally Blonde said, this is how she treats her bill payers. She puts them on blast, haha. Keep giving her more money. Yeah, well, we'll see. Anybody that's a VIB coming over here watching this video, listen, you're not in the protected zone with Chantal. Just because you're giving her $5 doesn't mean you're protecting her going off on you, calling you morons, calling you stupid, blocking you. I mean, it's all about the mood she's in that day. Let's see. Looking for another comment. Oh, Dubs TV says, so you better not shame me. If you do shame me, you're just as bad. In fact, you're a bigger piece of crap than I am. I never asked to be an advocate for DV victims. It doesn't matter if I beg you guys to support me when we're fighting and tell you to F off when we're on drugs. I owe you nothing. Don't forget that. I demand unconditional support, both emotionally and financially. And if you can't handle that, goodbye. XO, love that for you. So that's a direct quote from Chantal. Chantal, people are people. They are not pets. Pets can love unconditionally. People sometimes, but you're expecting people to what? Give you unconditional support, to just giving you money for whatever. That's not how it works. It's not how it works. Pam Pavlishaw says, wake up, we the subscribers pay all your bills, pay Pizza's bills, and pay a lot for that man of yours. And we are your bosses. So yes, we expect you to perform on your job well. I think you've had enough write-ups from us subscribers that you should be fired. You owe it to us. You started this journey, so you better figure out how you're going to finish it. Well, she's already decided she's going to go out in a blaze of glory. Let's see. I think that's it. I think that's it for comments. But yeah, this is Chantal abusing one of her subscribers. But who exactly is who's surprised by this? Anybody? I'm not surprised. Just another day in Chantal universe. We're all expecting Chantal to go live tonight to rage into bees. So we'll see. We'll see. So that's it for my react video. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Thanks for watching and please have a wonderful day.